Hi, this is part 2 of Manuscript X. The pocket full of decomposing suns with craned neck. We cannot look upon you, dire erect. This woman lays standing on the wall where it meets the bed, her hands over eyes flat pressed, so overcome. Two eyes create new patterns, pixel stabbed from the peripheral noon corolla of our lot. Chain-linked and vacant, gold sanguine, gold piston pumps, circles, insistent. Mr. I, oh I, Mr. E, ellipse, eyes peeled, new patterns, new skin reveal. Look, I, oh I, look, E. The scaffold strung and bull blood leaps into golden mouth, no, I, oh I, no, E. The same goes for the cock suddenly doused in hot blood. Bataille, page 57. The sky is antlered, my friend. Stag, we clash with each other with covered eyes. To what end, stag? We clash with each other with covered eyes. To what end? At the mission debriefing continues, whose horrible solar cry. My lover once described her idea of a zipperless fuck. Tokyo burned from fireflies, dropped from 5,000 feet. The B-29s lost one, unzippered. May we walk among beauty. We reveal shin bones, stone phalluses, the bodies of Jack the Ripper's victims, staked end to end. What was shown, what decomposes, why the white crane rickered, her nightmare gorged and moved on. Spoils. Vulture's smooth head guides you into the vent. With him carcass peel of carillon and garlic lash your being to the rabbit. Split energy divides march from this cold November blue egg yolk ruptured. An old man hunkers over milk toast. Nerve of chipped tooth, nature has no exemptions. For wit coupons they won't scan at the gas station. Light flickers, wings shuffle, the pumps canter the silence of the mosques, and coffee filter drips water over concrete brew balled in a fist, a love letter from a 10-year-old goldfish. The Ocotillo punctures the last blown mylar balloon, a soft-shelled turtle with an AC-130 tire track across her back. You have so many lashes, not all of them are yours. Limping home, I don't follow the logic of fallen lollipops. Their hair on the rug collects our crane beaks. Dive and you bend over, and that was it. I knew where you had been, hated, wanting you more. The belly skin pulled in two directions by a tidal wave of happy trail. She vomited and he put her face in it. A wishbone snaps. A headless cock runs in search of itself. A constable in the marketplace points. You, a bell rung. We climbed the belfry to ride the unsettled bats. I fucked you until you were broken English, an open DOS shell ready to reboot, holding you while you twitched, cooed. You made up a fake name so we could go bowling incognito. We found the severed foot under the freeway overpass among the abandoned leaves, Smirnoff bottles, the wisp of porn mavens, and the wiser choices. Sarah, that foot was ours. Cold, I wrapped around you as you shivered. This rented cloth lifeboat comforter, this throbbing life is enough. After abandon, give up the star sky for the comfort of vaulted ceiling fan. Spin the sweet sauce sound and vagrant. Your knee invades my spine, dressed in rag picker's flannel. Cover stealer. One of your arms always useless. Skeleton of your body next to mine. Twin picket fences that lay down their guard. Slowly, the week climbs over, gossips. The night star smiles upon where our brows meet, and you, dreaming, each of us a pulse, a thumbprint in 1,000 untranslatable Polaroids taken by this dark room. Sarah sends a hopeful note every time her mirror cracks. The grass crabs through. Rebar grows from the meter maid's head, O fractal crown. the marigold sprung from her womb. A crowbar blossoms, the policeman head recites Whitman from his lyrical tomb. The fatted lamb lives dim among the vehicle codes and the SKUs. Her folded tiger nuzzles newborn sunlight from the happy blue soon. Back on the block, the Eros points in all directions at once, and no one to circle the wagons. Grand opening, Chuck's Tacos, 99-cent fish taco. I ate a donut, the giant cop ate a traffic light. We live on these bare ambitions, carnitas. Al pastor, rose, grilled chicken. I fold myself into a blue ball licking electric boxes of indecision. Red and green, and effortless yellow pushes our foot to the firewall. Let your head tilt back, love, let go of your tongue, swallow. Encryption to keep Sarah's note hidden. A wasp lands on an orchid whose mouth leads him to the hot drink. A blue origami tiger skulks on the edge of my desk, her unread note to me carefully folded inside. She lets down the tall wrap, arches her back, leans forward on the divan, it tilts, responding to her weight. The diagonal slash of silk spills out the milky nipple of her left breast. The hive unfolds like a pair of legs in the night. Hex agony and multi-eyed, we watch an acrobat tumble down her silk sash from its mount in the ceiling. She catches it between her thighs, holding on this last moment, spinning before she hits the floor. I turn away from my desk and the tiger falls, curled in the anti-music of my hurry. Limps to his corner, ignored. A door closes. The wasp stabs his way back into the cuneiform sky. The orchid weeps her purple antenna, since nothing to indicate his intention to return. The divan grows cold, waiting in the rain and the rack. Water-warped drywall half-heartedly nailed to studs. Come discolored, wax-wing paper chambers are decoded. Spring life. Be fruitful, drink the flower dry. Oh, fallen, smashed hive, drive your frenzy probe into that blue paper tiger to find the message inside. What is this in your belly, in your thigh? Forward, -1. Because I'm scared. I want my sons to live. I want to meet their yet unborn sons and daughters. So I shower, shit, shave, commute, service school, counter-commute, distract them, these daily labors, to maintain a sense of purpose in the mirrored face of the mundane. Each parallel play in the houses all down my street. Every unconscious act a fuel propelling a stronger-than-you ego's agenda forward. We must recognize we are somehow complicit, compensated, gratified by terrorism, voyeurism, participatism, and theft, and murder, and rape, and each component a conduit for a charged biomass feedback. This mysterious rush of disintegration we are hardwired to saturate with. We somehow get off on doing, on denying, on viewing this. I just as guilty as part of this as this vast system of agonism and despair. I cannot lay claim to special insight on or claim higher moral ground. My family and moral compass broken. I can only give you images and my conclusions. I believe we can push through the mechanism and reclaim a language and a means to agency, each self-aware of the breath and life of themselves and other. For the others who came before us, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an imagine. Knees on rice mat, a blood-red rising sun spreading on the floor. Spilling through the window, I withdraw the wakizashi. Eyes flash like silver crosses in this remaining light. Each second we move outward into a wretched forgiveness. Put your back to the golden glow of prefab twin triumph arches, crazy making fluorescent behind yellowed semi-transparent plastic flurry. Threshold of jungle rendered under the weight of our cattle and pink slurry. You can feel it's thrumming through your red crewman's work polo and through your shoulder blades for 13 minutes and 20 seconds before returning to your night shift. Witness the smuggling through the parking lot, guns, for a limited time at select restaurants only, coffee, tobacco, and the redistribution of wealth, trickle-up economics of labor and landfill, paper product, credit card fraud, the movement of living currency, throughput biomass, or you can choose to convert. Just guide yourself across the street by the light of Karcher's famous star. Every being that says no is viewed as a terrorist by the hegemony, just as our founding fathers were viewed by the English Empire. You must understand by now that this is Machiavellian judo with an opponent that has no central they, but many otherwise good people as enforcers. There is no they self to direct an attack against, waiting for something to punish. We find each other or engage securitas, each a diversion. The rise of counterculture is the centrifugation and mass production of a new missing frontier. Look there to find the abandoned, frustrated youth learning the survival tools of their parents, rational self-disinterest, disintegration, nullification of agency, the most rebellious among us worn down by the anti-theoretical, anti-rhetorical powers of shoegazers, unwitting Resners and M. Mansons, Jim Morrisons, an engagement with low-traction anti-intellectual sloth and doom makeover, find themselves drooping away from the power grid into the basement of consumerism as replicant DNA for the needy and the proletarian, a rebellion of giving oneself over to dirge and manipulation, and the lack of addressing the real pain, the real inertia, the real gravity, the real language. It's the perfect place for the youth to atrophy into fettered adults. The illusion of empirical absenteeism makes them powerful monarchs in the nihilistic realms governing nothing but tractionalist self-hate. A portrait of me into my near 40s. We have been hip-thrown by the no-seum, our center of gravity, the fulcrum round revolving our momentum, depopulating the movement. These odd intersections of Iago, Deuteronomy, the Gita, V for Vendetta, give the war metaphor hope, the doorway to a projective movement outward of an aware self-agent, a defender of family, tribe, community. Through the modalities of transgression alone do we redefine the power grid with surgically precise strikes of rhetoric, rational self, plural I, interest, rebuilt ethical compass, a radiant skyline independent from and non-referential to the normative and the sleepwalking, divided by the hegemony. Once the idols were brought low, Mohammed raced home to tell the people the jihad was won, that the true struggle was now turning inward, to be faced with joy. Jesus called upon us to pluck out our own eye if it caused us to sin. Each movement outward to be a gesture of love. Sin defined in terms of hurt, visited upon our brothers and sisters. We are called upon to mind our own plank, to pardon others, to love the intercessor. State of the Union address is given by Connor, returning to college. Oh, happy landmine, oh grim grinner, by my pickers and stealers, lodged Bessemer in my skyscraping chest, steal my lungs, rapist. Coke bellows Eden, brotheled, cat cellos sing awake the coals glowed flood, run when they call, fix bayonets boys, was the only thing Grandpa ever told me. The dystopian comedy, a laughing slug coughed the hated sci-fi Chanel No. 5, slivers of Huxley's smell, hugged the lancet in the gangrenous thigh, financial aid, counseling hold, uncall my coyote, 909-539-5227, expletive deleted. Where this war and its moons, rapine and famine that we eat. Frank O'Hara's essays weep to the stones, their bloody feet, the lip of the wound, the mounting of the sutures.